going on, bellas and fellas?
Ooh, that rhymes. That's good.
I was just trying it out.
I like that
because
suggestion,
it
by the
seems
way.
like most of you guys are liking that, and I'm kind of digging it a little bit. But for now, you're still loved, so.
How long is it gonna take to change that?
Well, I have to play with it a little bit and see.
We play. It's playing. Bellas and fellas. Ooh, we played. Done. Well, whatever. Not my channel.
What up, y'all? So Bellas and Fellas is very popular. So what do you guys think about Bellas and Fellas? Because most of you said Bellas. Somebody said Bellas and Fellas, and the Fellas was kind of a nice little added touch.
I like it. I like it. I like the Bellas
I think it was
and
cute.
fellas.
I think I like that too. What up, Bellas and Fellas? It's cute.
Just go
Anyway,
with it.
on to the
Good job, guys.
Q&A.
Good job.
Yeah, you guys had a lot of really cool suggestions. I really like B-Fam. That was cute. Not that I can still do that though.
What do they have to set to just one name?
Somebody did suggest just to kind of wing it and just say whatever you want.
Yeah.
But Bellas and Fellas, B-Fam. I might use both of those.
As long as you get away from loves, we're happy.
Yeah.
I say
loves,
we, and I say
though.
we because a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of you
That
guys
was like,
did say
yeah,
that.
I agree, let it go. Good job, guys.
A lot of you
You're
did
smart
say
people.
that. I did like loves, but I do get it, and I think you're right. But okay, so Bellas and Fellas and B-Fam. I'm gonna play with both of those. Cause you still my B-Fam, you know what I'm saying? You can be both, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We got all your questions. Thank you everybody who asked a question. We're excited to do this Q&A. So let's just begin. So we're gonna start. I guess I'll start from the bottom because like the first people that started asking questions. We did go through some of them, but there's a lot of people that asked the same question. So we're gonna.
And I have to say, there are some questions that have nothing to do with Q&A for the BFFs. Good try though.
Yeah.
But it had nothing to do with asking me or her questions about each other.
Yes. Now there are a couple that I will address, but for the most part, we're going to stick to questions that have to do with her and I. So the first question is from Mitzi, and the question is, what were your first impressions of each other? How did you meet? So we met, gosh, we went to the same church back in, it was like 2006. We were going to the same church and we just kept running into each other. So we ran into each other at the Y one day and it was just like one of those, like, hey, oh, how are you? Like, oh,
Like,
yeah, you go to Sherwood, don't you? And
yeah.
you're like, oh, yeah, I do. And then you're like, we started talking about the gym, because we were at the gym. And then we were like, do you like rollerblading? Yeah, I like rollerblading. Do you like rollerblading? Oh, we should go sometime. And then I think later that day, I felt
we
like
exchanged? No, you requested me on Facebook.
yeah, I ended up like, God put her on my heart, and I felt like, you know what? I feel like I should reach out to her and ask her if she wants to go rollerblading sometime. So we went rollerblading. Need to take a pause for the cause, but we're back.
Hey, I want that.
Look. So back to the question, the Lord put her on my heart. I asked her if she wanted to go rollerblading, and it was pretty much a wrap from there, right?
Yeah, it sure was. First impressions.
Oh, I thought she was cool. She seemed down to earth. Otherwise, I'm really picky about the people I spend my time with, and I'm not really the kind of person to just like ask somebody to hang out. So it was definitely God that we met for sure. Like God put her on my heart.
Yeah, first impression, I was excited she liked to rollerblade. Because no one likes to rollerblade. And I was like, yeah. So it was just like, oh, we both like fitness. So it was just fun to find someone that like enjoy like physical activities and things like that. So that was my first impression. Like, yeah, because my other friends, they're like not very active per se, so it was nice.
Pardon the loud noise in the background. I hope you guys can hear us because they're doing a little bit of work over there. So hopefully this comes out.
Hopefully.
How long have we known each other?
Since 2006.
Yes.
So like 11 years.
What does Andrea do for a living?
I am a mental health therapist. I have my master's on counseling psychology. So yeah. I listen to people's problems.
And how does she feel about your YouTube life?
I don't care. I mean, it is what she likes. It's not my cup of tea. I've never had the desire to walk around with a camera or kind of just, I don't know, put my life out there. But if it's what she likes and she's good at it, go for it. I mean, I'm not against it.
How did you both know that each other would be that friend who would be in your life forever? I feel like that took time.
Yeah, it definitely took time, and it definitely took different situations that tested our friendship for sure. But I think that with time, it was one of those things that even if we drifted apart for a little bit, like somehow we always reunite, and it was never like awkward, like, oh, I haven't talked to you in a couple months. It was always like, hey, like we'll pick right up and like kind of just like got over whatever it was.
Yeah.
And that's been pretty much, I mean, we've had good times for the most part, but we have had times where we haven't have the distance between us, but even those times, like, I think it was just to grow us separately.
I feel like we used to brush our issues under the rug, but it wasn't until each of us kind of did our own self-examining and we were able to really confront our issues that we really grew closer.
Yeah, definitely true. I'm very non-confrontational. I hate confrontation. I hate having to, I don't know. There are some things that I don't think there's a need to. There's some things that I think you just need to let them go, and there are things that you definitely do have to talk about. And I think that a lot for me was she likes to like talk about things and like.
But I don't think that I did very well at first. I think that I let everything go too, and you're very passive aggressive.
Yeah.
So I think that it bothered me, but I never said anything. And then I think that that's where the drift came.
Yeah.
Because I ended up getting like frustrated, and she would get frustrated, so we'd be like, I'm not, we just don't talk for a while. But then, I don't know, I think there was one point where somebody asked a specific question about this at some point, but there was one point where I think that one of us spoke up about something, and then we ended up like talking about it, and then we were good.
Yeah, but we're like, oh.
And now I know, like, her
so this is
and she's not passive aggressive. Like, now we can be sarcastic with each other and like for real be sarcastic. Like,
and we also can like call each other out. Like now, if she frustrates me, like I'll be straight up and be like, no, you're doing this, and she can do the same thing. Like, she won't just like, if she gets annoyed, she'll be like, dude, so it makes it like so much easier because then we put it out there, and then we both kind of like, okay, take a step back, but then we're like, okay, we did it, and we'll move on.
Communication and honesty.
Yeah.
Key to any relationship, whether it be a friendship, marriage, whatever. Okay, that was a long answer, and I think we answered some of the
because I think there was a question that said, have you guys drifted and stuff, like how did you deal with it, and that's how we did it.
Okay, share what you two have in common and how you two are different.
It's funny enough because that question, we are actually very different.
We are.
Like, we are really our personalities, and just like even like the things that we like a lot of the times are like very different. But the one thing we have in common that I think has kept our friendship so strong throughout the years has definitely been a relationship with God.
Yeah.
Like, it's always that one thing where you're like, I know like she can understand my human part and also like bring God into whatever situation. And it's like, it goes both ways, you know what I mean? So I think that's definitely like, I think what we have in common is definitely a relationship and how we both like, God is first, no matter what, like He's always first, and that really helps because there's not a lot of people that truly live out for God, and they say,
and we can hold each other accountable. Kind of the same thing with like the issues that we have with each other. Like, we don't have any problem being like, you need to get your relationship with the Lord in check, or we can call each other out when it comes to our relationship with God, and kind of let each other know when we're kind of not focusing enough, and just keep each other accountable. We just hold each other accountable.
Yeah, without judgment.
Without judgment, yeah.
Because we both have had times that we both have done, things that weren't our best choices, but it's never like, how dare you do that? Like, it's always been like, all right, you fell. Okay, so how do we fix it from here on? Like, what do we do? So I think that's, and as far as like personality and what we're different, how we're different, I think I'm more of an extrovert and she's more of an
Really?
introvert. In the sense of like, I like meeting people. You
I don't
like,
dislike meeting people. I think my job, I have to meet new people every day, and I think it's just exhausting. I don't hate meeting new people. I am very introverted though. But I feel like we're different in ways where we balance each other out. Like I feel like we're alike in a lot of ways. We like doing the same things. We have the same, like, even when on this trip, like we both just like to chill. Like we like to go on the same excursions. We both are okay with chilling in the hotel room and just like enjoying the balcony. Like we're both really chill, but we're different in the ways where we balance each other out.
Yeah.
So I think it's like a healthy differences.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's what makes the friendship more even. Because I think that if she was a lot like me, I would get annoyed if I was a lot,
Definitely.
But I think like it goes back to just keeping each other in check. Like, okay, you're overreacting about this, or you're not saying really what you know what I mean, things like that. So.
Andrea, what's your ethnicity?
I am originally from Ecuador, and that's where the accent comes from. Somebody was like, I had a friend, and I'm gonna guess it's Ecuador. Good job to you. I forget who you were, but yeah, I'm from Ecuador, but I've lived in the States for like 20 years, 21 years, so the accent has stuck.
I like your
Can't get rid of
accent. What is the craziest thing the two of you have ever done?
We're not very wild.
I feel like in Hawaii, I feel like this could be kind of crazy, but we went shark diving, and the captain of the shark diving boat, his name is Mac, and actually he and I are still like cool. Like we follow each other on social media, but like he was a cool guy. Like he was just really cool, and he asked us if we wanted to go cliff jumping. I hope they can hear us.
I think they can.
He asked us if we wanted to go cliff jumping with him and his friends, and normally I would never do anything like
I was shocked.
But you were also excited about it.
But when she said yes, I was like,
yeah, because I don't usually, like, I don't trust people.
I was like, are you serious?
Yeah.
She's like, I already took a picture of the driver.
I took a picture of the license plate.
And this, and I told her, I was like,
yeah, but we went, and it was actually, I mean, it was cool. He showed us all around. We went to Waikiki, and he took us around.
It was
volcano.
fun. Yeah, it was fun because we went outside of the touristy place. We actually went to the city where like people actually live, and you're like,
and like local beaches, and he took us cliff jumping, and it was really cool. So I feel like that's kind of the craziest.
Yeah, that was
thing.
like the wilds. I don't think.
We're not wild at all. Like the wildest thing we do is just have 2 fruity alcoholic drinks in one night.
Whoa.
That's pretty wild.
And then we're like, I'm so sleepy.
Right. No, the wildest thing we've ever done is stayed up till midnight
Yeah.
on vacation.
Not even. I think we've gone this week. Every day we've gone to bed like by
10 or 11.
10 or like, so call it a night? Yep.
Yeah, we're rebels, guys. Of all the years of your friendship, what are both of you guys' best memories together? I think for me, I think is our trip to Hawaii, and now this trip.
Yeah.
For the most
Say
part.
that. I mean, we have some good memories.
We
Like
do.
memories in general. Like just I don't know, just like milestones like within our lives that like I can remember. They weren't necessarily like, oh, we did something. It was just like in a transition. Like there was something that I always remember you being in like probably the biggest transitions of my adult life. You know what I mean? So things like that. But the trips definitely have been.
And we had a lot of good time. Like we've never really been wild, but I mean, we would always hang out with each other, and we were just supportive of each other, and would just hang out and just watch TV and just chill. And I don't know.
It has never been a friendship that require a lot of activity per se.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, oh, let's go, let's plan this. Like it's all like, you want to hang out? Yeah, and we'll just hang out. Like we literally just hang out and talk. We do that a lot. We're pretty honest and open with each other about just pretty much anything. Like I can like tell her like things that I probably won't ever talk with anyone, and it's just like I'd never be like, I'm like, we just like make
It's
light
safe.
of
We're,
it,
like,
and it's just
safe
like,
for each other. It's
Yeah.
like we're a safe zone.
Yeah.
We can talk about literally anything, even the most embarrassing or the most awful thing that we've even been thinking about, or
Yeah.
like anything. Like we know that we can go to each other about it and not feel like we're being judged, but just have that empathy.
yeah, and even at the times that we haven't been like on speaking terms like on a regular basis, because we like talk pretty much every
Pretty
day,
much.
like not on the phone, because neither one of
No.
us are phone speak. I hate talking on the phone.
hate
Like
talking on the phone.
it bothers me when
Yes.
people call me like,
Yes.
you could have texted me.
It's
and
like,
told
do
me
you
that."
not know me? Like, you know what I like to talk
So-
about? Why are you calling?
Yeah, so we do text like literally every
Every
day.
day.
Like if a day goes by that I didn't hear from her, or the other way, I'm like,
Are you okay?
I wonder what everything's okay, you know. And one thing that we have is that if one or the other one calls, like the first thing that you say, like if for whatever reason she calls me or I call her, the first thing we say is like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Like that's how like you know that if we're calling, like
It's serious.
hell just froze over.
Yeah.
So
Or broke loose.
yeah, whatever you wanted, like it's just that.
What's your guys' favorite spots to hang out?
In a restaurant.
A restaurant, or if like I'm visiting her in North Carolina, just really at
We're
home.
home, yeah. We're very homebodies.
Yeah, like we
I'm-
just like to chill. That's all. Nothing
I'm very
crazy.
okay with just being home and not do a whole lot. I mean, I know vacation is like, oh, but I feel like vacation is also just chill,
Chill.
just like turn off for a little bit and not have to be busy. I feel like our generation, our world nowadays, everything is so fast and you go from one thing to the next.
And everybody has to be stimulated all the time. Like we can literally sit in a room and not talk and be comfortable.
Yeah.
Like we can talk forever, but then we can be quiet and just be
And not
good.
wonder, is she okay?
Yeah.
Why is she not talking? It's just like, she's quiet, I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
quiet,
like-
you know?
How did you balance being multicultural growing up, and how did it impact you social romantic relationships? My mom was very good at helping me to fully understand that I am best of both worlds and that I should never be ashamed to be one or the other. So I never had any issues being mixed growing up. Like I know some people used to always ask me, was I ever confused? And no, I was never confused. My mom made sure that I understood who I was. So I always felt really confident in my ethnicity. So I think that I associate more with
A lot more.
the black culture. I think because I don't know, I just feel more comfortable. I feel like I can be more myself in, I don't know how to explain that. I just relate. Sorry guys, I had to switch cameras because my other camera overheated, but basically I just relate more to my African American side. I've always been that way. I have white friends, I have black friends, I have friends from all over, but I think that I just feel, I don't know, I consider myself to be a black woman. I always, you know, I call myself mixed if somebody asks, but I am a black woman and that's just what it is for me. How did it impact my social romantic relationships? It didn't. I think with Greg was the first white guy I was ever with, and I think that the only reason why I was kind of skeptical about dating a white guy was because I didn't think that he would understand the fact that I do relate more to my black side, and I was right. He didn't really understand it, which was okay. It was fine, but I've always dated black men, so it was never really an issue.
Yeah.
Is there at least one thing the other would be shocked to know about each other? An insecurity or desire you've yet to share with one another? That's a good question.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't either.
If anything, if she said something shocking, I would probably like be like, I don't know, I wouldn't be shocked. It was like, yeah, I can see that. I can see you doing that or thinking that, like.
I don't think there's anything that I haven't told her.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. I mean, I've told her things that I probably
Never tell anyone
never
ever
tell
again.
anyone ever again.
Yes.
Or her for the matter. Like, I just don't want to repeat it. It's being said, is out there, it's done, done with.
And we act like we never heard it.
Yeah.
In 5 years, I'd like to, could be anything from opening a cafe to having children. What would we want to do in 5 years is basically the question. I don't know. In 5 years, I think I just want to be, I don't know. In 5 years, I'm just open to whatever the Lord leads. I'm not
Yeah,
even.
I've never been. I mean, I have ideas, but I've learned in my life that planning 90% of the time doesn't go the way that I had it in my mind. So I'm to a point in life where I'm like, God is in control, and I'll just go with it. I mean, like I said, I have ideas. I would love to get my PhD, things like that, but I'm not like, yes, that's what I'll be, and you know.
Yeah. Just one day at a
things
time.
change, yeah. Who knows? I may not even have 5 years. You know what I mean? Well, I'm just saying though. Life happens.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
Deal with it.
Shawnee, your hairstyle, do you specialize in hair types? I do mostly white hair. I do some black hair too, but I don't do like braids or weaves or anything like that. I do mostly white bow hair. I work in a town that is predominantly white, so it just ended up that way.
It sure is.
But I do some black hair. What do you ladies love the most about each other? Enjoy least about each other? I think the thing I love the most about her is that it's her honesty and the fact that we can be as comfortable with each other as we are. And I can be so 150% myself. And there are not a lot of people that, like, there's nothing I can do or say or any way that I can act that would make her look at me differently.
I look at her differently when she acts weird. I look at her differently. Yeah, I think the same thing. One thing I like, my favorite, she's very compassionate and very generous. She's very, very generous. Like, and I appreciate that a lot, because compassion is hard to find nowadays.
And I would say the same thing about you. You're very generous too. You are.
I try.
You use me a lot, but I mean, you're very generous.
That's okay.
I'm just kidding. The thing I enjoy least about you?
The least favorite thing I enjoy about her is
Nothing.
her eating. It drives me insane. Especially when she tastes something new. Or when she likes something and she just like is biting, and then the food is like moving to one side.
Shut up! It's not like my gum is like that, but not my food.
Sometimes your food, you put it on the side and you look like a little chipmunk saving it up for like the winter.
Shut up!
And it's like, and I'm just like, I'm eating and I'm like,
whatever. That is so not true.
it's so true.
Like-
Especially the testing, the tasting, that drives me insane.
I do that. I go.
I'm like, that doesn't change. Your taste buds are in your mouth.
No, but you kind of get a more flavor.
No, you
yes,
don't.
you do.
Do
it right now.
I'm not tasting
Do
it.
it. You can taste your saliva a little bit more.
That's gross.
That's how you can know if your breath stinks. Yeah, I need some gum.
That chewing the gum too is like, keep it under control.
I know some of y'all are gonna be like, I know, girl. I know. I told her. Like, I ain't trying to hear y'all.
That's the only thing
I
that.
think the only thing that bothers me about her is when she doesn't turn her phone on vibrate. And it's like, and then you're playing this game and it's like, I'm like, oh my God. Can you please turn your phone on vibrate? But I don't want to say the words. So it feels actually like a release. That's the only thing I didn't feel comfortable talking about.
Yeah, it's like things, fixing things. Chew with your mouth
So
closed.
funny. I do need to work on that though. I will give her that. I do need to work on that. Oh, in regards to your faith, what denomination are you? Love your channel. Thank you. Yeah, we're non-denomination. We're just women of God.
Yes.
We just love Jesus.
I'm a Christ follower. Because sometimes saying I'm a Christian, I don't like that at times, because there are some Christians that I don't even like them, and I don't want to be associated with certain
That's the
behaviors. So I'm a Christ follower. I try to do and act the way that Jesus would want me to.
Yeah. Amen.
That's it.
Me too. What was the most difficult thing that you and Andrea have had to overcome in your friendship? That's a good question.
I think the only thing I can think of was that there's only been, I feel like there is drifting here and there, has been it hasn't for years now. But I think that the hardest thing was just a period of time where I think we didn't talk for like good 6, maybe a year.
Was it when you moved to Arizona?
No,
Before that?
It was before that. I was still in Bloomington. I was still in school. I was still working for Melinda.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember.
Oh, towards
her,
the end.
Yeah, because I remember her asking. She's like, because she's like, I saw Shauna today, and I asked her about you, and she was like, yeah, we don't talk that much. But I don't remember why we drifted.
I think it was because of our lack of communication. I feel like at that point we didn't know how to confront our issues. Like if there were simple issues, but if you accumulate issues and sweep them under the rug so high, and the rug is so high that you can't see past it anymore, and it's just stupid things. But if there's so many of them, we just weren't comfortable talking about being like brutally honest with each other at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, because you didn't want to hurt their feelings, but at the same time you wanted to.
And we're both
say,
really sarcastic, so then the sarcasm would feel like a cut.
Yeah, like you were saying it in that way. Yeah.
So it was just
That's really, I think, the only thing.
Yeah.
I mean, right now the hardest thing I think that we have to like overcome is the distance. But even then, like I said, we talk every day, so I don't ever feel like. I don't really feel the physical distance per se as much. So
yeah, I agree. Did you become instant friends when you first met? I feel like we kind of
we did.
We hung out quite a bit.
We clicked.
Yeah.
We definitely clicked.
Shauna, once the storm passes, do you feel that you will keep a bigger shield up from trusting anyone else to start a new relationship?
She already
Absolutely. I had a big shield up before, but my shield is as thick as a brick wall right now.
And I am going to make sure that wall stays up.
Yes.
Because if she tries to make a little hole through it, no, I'll patch it up right away. There's no holes in this wall.
That's so funny. What relationship advice would you give Shauna moving forward in the future?
She enjoys being in relationships. I will say that. She's cautious in the sense that she doesn't trust easily, and it takes. What?
A kitty cat.
Oh.
Sorry.
She always looks at, like, she spots every single cat. She's everywhere we go. She like, look, there's a cat over the wall behind the trash can and you're like, weird. But she's a cat lady. But I think she enjoys being in a relationship. She enjoys that emotional connect. She enjoys all that. My only advice, which it always has been that, except for the last time, that was my fault. But we all got faked. Anyways, is to just take it slow. Take it slow, because I think sometimes she does get caught up in the emotion and the good feeling and the things like that, which we all do to an extent. But she's very emotional and she attaches quick.
But then I like try to pick them apart.
But then she attaches, and then when things are going well, sometimes she tries to like sabotage that because she can't believe that it's going well. And then when she gets the reaction of her actions and things maybe start falling apart, then she's like, wait, what? Why is this happening? And I'm just like, dude, you're causing it. Like,
except for the last one.
Except for the last one. I said the last one.
Which I didn't ruin every relationship.
No, she didn't. But you do get attached, even if she's just more emotional. So my advice has always been, take your time. Like, there is no rush. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little less.
No, that's a good advice.
I don't know, but I think that's the only thing. But especially now, like I said, no holes in that wall.
Not right now.
No. So yeah, that would be my only advice. Just to, and like I tell her all the time, like, just enjoy life, live it up, live it